Good morning, all. Today we will have a discussion, a topic-based discussion. We are going to choose a topic and then we are going to have a discussion on that. Our topic is how to choose a career or making career choices. So let's talk about it. I just wanted to ask you here, what do you mean by the term career? Have you ever thought about it? What is career? We can always talk, we can always ask, you can say always yes, no, but talk. What is career? Okay, actually there is a truth, a kind of truth, and it is a general truth. The truth is, some words are very much used, but they are least understood. They're used a lot, but they are understood a least. Career is one term like that. What is career? Career is your progression towards your professional aim. Any individual's general progression towards his or her professional aim is called his career. It's a journey. Now, depending upon your education, your interest, you may have different aims. And this aim is not any personal aim. It is a professional aim. You may have professional ambitions. I'm not talking about them. One may desire to build a house, get married to a beautiful girl. These are personal expectations of life. We don't consider them to be career as such. Career is connected with the professional aim. What do you want to do in your life? And the way we manage our life towards that particular goal, towards that particular aim, is a career path. Do you understand? So now the topic is, how do we choose our career? I invite questions from you. Just the way I asked you a question, in the same manner, you can ask me also any question that comes to your mind. If you are not able to speak the question in English immediately, think of it in Odia or Hindi and ask, and then immediately try to say it in English.
So how to choose our career after 10th?
Actually, the choice of career in today's world begins before 10th. Because in most of the cases, in a country like India, people are expected to earn money by the time they are 22 or 21. As soon as they finish their graduation, it could be a common general subject graduation, or it could be a technical or a professional degree. Parents expect children to earn money. Career making minimum requires 7 to 8 years of time. So one should have decided about his career by the time somebody is in class 8. But however, all the people are not lucky enough. Don't think about their career so early. Many of them think after 10th. Even I don't think the people who are in class 10, they think about their career. They are advised about their careers. Their parents, uncle, auntie, this, that, everybody keeps on suggesting something or other, and they keep on believing that. That's how they take decisions. But if it's a time where you are in the process of making career, you need to take a smart decision. First of all, one needs to avoid people who try to influence you for making a wrong career choice. Do you think there are people who influence us and sometimes may lead us in wrong career path? Can you give an example if you say yes?
They choose the wrong subject.
How do you choose the wrong subject? Like for example, somebody wanted to study science, he studies commerce. Somebody wants to...
I have a friend, my friend choose science, but he is not a good student. So he did not, so he was failed in plus 2 exam. Then he again started arts and now he graduated 2022.
Did he graduate with very good scores in arts?
I don't know.
That is the first thing need to be checked. If someone is not a good student at school, very rarely people become serious about their career. Why people score less in school? It is not at all because of the difficulty of the subject. Subjects are always same. There are two reasons. Either you have a wrong teacher, the teachers who do not inspire you to study the subject, who do not clear your doubts, the teachers who do their work in a routine manner, they become the reasons behind the failure of the person. Second, it could be the criticism that a student faces from the parents, from the teachers, from the tutors and people around. तेरा कुछ नहीं हो सकता, कौन इम्ति पढ़ुचु, इतने गधड़े किम्ति हिचु. This kind of ridiculing remarks gradually get into the psyche of that individual. A time comes when he is not able to think, he is not able to decide. In fact, he loses his self-confidence. When he loses his self-confidence, the performance is not good. And then there is another label, there is another sticker on his head, you're not a good student. This process goes on. So I believe, in school, whatever subjects are taught, everybody should study all the subjects because they are of a high school level. That much of physics is required for life. That much of chemistry is required for life. That much of biology everybody should know to live a happy life. School education should not be compromised. But yes, when it comes to deciding 10 plus 2, one should choose what one likes. Because if you are into 10 plus 2, an intermediate course in any college, there is no one to, disciplinize you, chastise you. In school, at least the teachers have a close surrounding. They observe you. In college, it doesn't happen. You may do the class, you may not do the class. You may do the homework, you may not do the homework. Nobody is going to punish you. Has anybody stood on the desk or a bench for not doing the homework in college? No. So as a result, in 10 plus 2 people don't do good, don't do well. There is a standing reason for it. And the reason is that people choose a subject which they really don't like. So you just have to push them. And if they resist, finally, a time comes when they decide, okay, no, I'm just going to give up. And they give up.
Sometimes parents force their student to choose this subject.
Okay, I agree. I agree to the fact that many a time, parents tell the children what type of subjects they should study. There is nothing wrong in that. But the fact is, parents also need to analyze whether that student has got that type of ability to handle that subject. If the student in standard 8, 9, 10 hasn't focused on physics, chemistry, botany, zoology, and you make him a science student, it's not going to work, because the foundations are not clear. The fundamentals haven't been built. So in such cases, the right guidance would be to enroll that student into a foundation course of a school level and make him a science student. We need to drive out that fear first. We need to drive out that rigidity of not knowing the subject. But why do the parents get into a counseling mode? Every father, every mother expects that child to be successful. That's why they advise. But their understanding also has certain limitations. For example, a government servant working in one particular government sector may not be knowing what is happening in quantum physics. He may not be knowing what is happening in astronomy. He may not be knowing what is happening in philately or numismatics. There are so many fields in the world. So every person has a limited knowledge. So with that limited knowledge, parents sometimes start counseling. Now they give the same number of choices. Become a doctor or an engineer or a lawyer or this or that. So students are not able to think beyond that. They're not able to explore what they can do. So I think parents, to some extent, are not guiding properly. This is the time when they should be guided by career counselors. People who have a broader understanding about career, different career field, how to prepare for that field. But parents are not the only enemies. There are also other enemies. Don't you think friends are also enemies in career choice? How do you think so? How do you think a friend can also become an enemy when it comes to career choice?
Like he says, friend, I choose this one, so you must come.
Exactly. So what he's trying to point out is called as a herd tendency. Herd tendency is tendency in the group. I have chosen science. You're my good friend. We have been sitting in the same bench. You also should choose science. And you see, most of the times, people follow each other. They join the same coaching institution. They join the same type of college, same type of courses. मैंने भी commerce लिया है, तू भी commerce ले. People do not consider things individually. Also, there is another problem. Apart from this herd behavior, a group behavior, the second problem lies is that sometimes your friends encourage you without knowing the realities. You may be dancing well. They will give you compliments. Oh my God, you dance like Prabhudeva. Wow, you are the next Ganesh Hegde. And you really feel proud about yourself. You may have certain dancing skills, but are those skills enough to make it a career? That you don't know. But they kept on encouraging you, they keep on encouraging you depending on their limited knowledge. So result what happens, people sometimes pick up wrong career choices. I had a student once. She was not a good student, she was above average kind of student. But I saw that she started to go for photo shoots a lot. You understand photo shoots? I was thinking that probably she is spending her all money on photo shoot because the more number of photo shoots she was making, more people were liking. Sometimes she will roll on the sand of the beach. Sometimes she will hang from a tree or maybe climb upon the the roof of a car, and various types of photo shoots she will be doing. Good. That photographer must be squeezing a lot of money out of her. But with that, everybody was saying, wow, you are hot, you gorgeous. And then somebody commented, you are the next supermodel. I was thinking, I thought I will keep my mouth shut. But at this point, I could not stop myself. I told, let me remind you, you're only 5 feet 3 inches. No, that girl. 5.3 inches, you cannot be a supermodel. You can be a tikya model. Ghadi detergent tikya.
Yes.
Or maybe detergent model. You can be a sari model. You cannot be a supermodel. There is a bare minimum height required first. So like this, many times, people are guided in wrong directions. Everybody is not lucky to become Jaya Bachchan. Everybody may not have the same type of acting skills. But friends sometimes misguide us. Okay, any other question? Yes? Whatever comes to your mind, talk, ask, discuss. If you are not able to frame in English,
How to make my career after BTech?
How do I make my career in BTech? A BTech is a professional degree. The first question that the individual needs to ask, that has he or she studied his or her subjects properly? If the person has, then there are many choices. There is government sector. In government sector, one can try for all the government jobs that come in that way. And one can also decide to do MTech, because doing masters will improve the understanding on the same subject. After that, one can appear for all the engineering positions that come in government service exams. So that is one way. Second is to stick to your own subject and look for job opportunities.
And what is the meaning of stick?
Stick means to adhere to, चिपक के रहना, बदलना नहीं. Job opportunities. क्या job opportunities हो सकता है?
Spelling stick.
STICK. Now, you search around, keep on floating your resume, but then you need to have something different in your resume. So there where project experiences come, you need to get involved into some kind of project connected with your own field. Like, one moment. The second option could be that apart from this project experience, one can join as an intern. When I say the term intern, it refers to you join to any particular company where some kind of work related to your field is being done. This experience also will help an individual if you stick to the subject. If you don't stick to your core subject, there are many options. But every option requires some kind of dedication, some kind of preparation, without which it would be very difficult to make a career. I want to give some examples. A BTech can apply for banking jobs. A BTech can apply for government jobs. A BTech can make a career in from one field to another field. For example, yours is electronics and instrumentation. You decide that I will do in IT. So whatever field you enter into, that particular field requires some years of training. That's why I told you that any career path minimum requires 6 years in modern times. So if you want to really excel in that particular field, you need to spend 6 years minimum. Actually, in management terms, we have concept. We call it as 10,000 hours. You give 10,000 hours to any skill and you will be very good at that skill. But you need to give 10,000 hours. So this 10,000 hours seems to be very big. But if you really divide it, it's not that big. For example, if you give 5 hours every day, so in 200 days, 1,000 hours, right? In 2,000 days, 10,000 hours, that means 7 years. But if you increase the number of the hours, you give it 12 hours every day, 10 hours every day, you can do it in 3 years. But without that, it won't work. So I have seen only those people who have given 10 hours to their career choice, they to be doing well in their career. वही अच्छा करते हैं. Okay, that's the bottom line. But this much of number of hours to any skill is required. Now, the benefit of sticking to your core subject is that your core subject, it could be anything. It could be BTech, it could be BCom, it could be BSc, BA. If you stick to that subject, some hours get compromised. I'm to say already you have given that hour. If you are a mechanical engineering student and you are doing a mechanical engineering job, haven't you spent some hours during your BTech? But those numbers of hours are saved. But a mechanical engineering student beginning computer science and engineering, he really have to start fresh, new, getting? That's how it works. Choices are any, but you need to decide where you want to, and whatever you want to, you need to be ready to spend 10,000 hours. Any other question?
So, do you agree with so the college and school should provide their children for career-based
Counseling.
नहीं तो कॉलेज और स्कूल कैरियर ପାଇଁ କେମିତି କୋଉଟା ଚୁଜ କରିବ ସେଟା ପିଲାମାନଙ୍କୁ ଶିଖେଇବା ପାଇଁ
That is called counseling, right? Do you agree to the fact that schools and colleges should provide career counseling? Yes, they should. The earlier, the better. In fact, in school level, they should not only provide counseling, they should also create opportunity. Suppose there are students who have very good dancing skill. There should be a room where people can dance. People want to grow career in sports. You should have a school that minimum has a field. Suppose people want to make a career in music. You should have a music room. You should have mathematics lab. You should have chemistry lab. You should have physics lab. You should have social studies lab. You should have a good library. All these are opportunities. So only counseling will not help. Counseling combined with opportunity helps. I hope you understand. Now some students are there who want to make a career in sports, but you don't have a PT teacher. You don't have sports room. You don't have the required gears that you require to play. How can you make a career? Then you have to spend money from your pocket, join a club, spend thousands and thousands rupees to land in that career. All the people can't afford it. Same also for college. Same is also for university. Career counseling should definitely be there, but along with that, there should be career opportunities. Your college or university should have a drama club. You should have a fun club. So somebody wants to become a stand-up comedian, he will join that club. Somebody wants to become an actor, he will join that club. Opportunity and counseling help. Only counseling, I don't think it will help.
Sir, why Indian parents force their children to do that what they are saying?
Well, there are two reasons behind it. The way I see, the first reason is the parents have some unfinished, unaccomplished desire. They wanted to become unaccomplished, means they wanted to achieve something. They could never get a chance to do that. So that is called unfinished or unaccomplished desire. So as a result, they want whatever I couldn't do, at least my child should do. Second reason is that as a parent, every parent thinks that my child should be well settled. And in a country like India, all the careers are not well paying. There is obviously a difference. The amount a doctor gets is not equal to the amount of money that a teacher gets. So when there is so much of difference in earning, every parent naturally wants at least their child should be earning more so that he can be financially secure. That's why they force. And when I don't blame the parents for it. It is quite natural of them. But then again, I need to say that the parents should also be conscious that this is not going to help. First, the motivation of the student needs to be understood. Without realizing that, nothing is going to help. Truly. Be loud.
Why are your children in your life successful?
My children.
In fathers, in your father's children in life successful.
Olir kon pachachako.
Sir, taଙ୍କ ବାପାଙ୍କୁ ତାଙ୍କ ସେ life become successful that career.
Probably your question is that. Probably, I'm not sure. Are you trying to ask me that if a son chooses his father's career, will he be successful? Yes, he will be. Provided he really wants to do that job. Now, you see, suppose there is a lawyer. He already has a lot of client. This client he has acquired by years of hard work. Some customers have trusted him. That is why he is a famous lawyer. Okay? Now, if his son decides to become a lawyer, he really doesn't have to worry about the clients. He gets the clients ready-made. At least some. And if he does a good work, he immediately will enjoy those clients. Suppose your father was a veterinary doctor. He already has spent his life teaching, learning animal sciences and how to take care of animals. Now, if the son also becomes a veterinary doctor, some of the knowledge he can acquire from his father directly. He would have seen it from his childhood. The father will be able to guide directly. These are the benefits of knowledge transfer. But if the son doesn't want to be a vet, if the son doesn't want to be an advocate, then that's an altogether different issue. There the father cannot help. Okay?
Why Indian parents don't like sports over studies?
Well, this is because many of the sports or sporting people really don't have a good life. For example, we see that in recent times we are giving some encouragement to sports. But look at your father's time or grandfather's time. Sports was not encouraged. I know of many sports hostels where sportsmen, sporting girls live. They have undernutrition. They don't get enough amount of food that they require to become athletic. I have seen many of them have got grey hairs. Their body is stressed, tired. Their body is not healthy. So how can an unhealthy man do sports? So when the parents realize that it is not profitable, it is not going to pay you well, they discourage. Not only sports, also many creative career. They say drawing is fine.
Discourage.
Discourage means not to encourage. Nirutshahita kariba. Drawing is fine, but don't make a drawing or painting your career. Sculpting is okay, but don't try to make it your career. This is how it goes. Okay? So, this needs a change. Everything needs to change. People need to understand that all the professions need money. They should also pay people properly so that that profession grows. If there is a band of musicians, they are coming to perform. You should pay them. Right? And you should pay them well. Not like that you will be paying a lot of money to the catering and you will be ignoring the band of boys. Okay? How do you decide your career? How do you choose your career? That's also something to be discussed. Any questions? How should you begin your career? How should you choose your career? कुछ questions हैं? पूछो.
How to choose a career when we just after 10th, how to choose? So someone like not in our parents or friends did not advise me to which option to choose. So how can we choose about ourselves?
For this, you need to consult people. Meet people. Somebody wants to become an audio engineer. He should meet the audio engineers which are working in his territory. Or at least go to a studio in Bhubaneswar, meet the person there, see his lifestyle. You can take the consultation of professional career consultants. Who will try to help and find out what is your psychosomatic response, what is your psychological response towards a career, and maybe they will guide you. Many things you can do if you really are desirous to make a career. But one should know first what are the choices. So now the things are very easy for anyone. At least everybody can Google out that with a BA Arts, what are the career options available for me? With only BCom, what can I do? What are the career options for me as a BBA student? So much of information is there in internet. To collect the information, it's not difficult. But many of the people, many of the youngsters who use smartphone are not career smart. They use smartphone for every other purpose, but not for career. There is a problem. Well, everybody comes to a conjecture, a time when one has to decide of his career. And this time is very crucial. This is important. It comes in everyone's life. At that time, the right decision should begin. If you are not getting the right kind of career that you wanted, what will you do? My suggestion is that take up a job. If you are not able to decide or start a career, maybe you are not skilled. So it is important to start somewhere. Take up a job. Being in that job, learn different things. Because when you are into a professional environment, that professional environment is going to contribute few things. Okay? It is going to teach you the basic manners, basic ways of working, and you will be able to earn something for yourself. You will have experience to show somewhere else. If you don't have any job, look for a part-time job. If you don't even have a part-time job, offer to become an intern. That's how people in the metros and other countries do there. People will be studying MBBS and working as a waiter in some restaurant. Question is that why is he doing it? He's doing for it pocket money. Not only that, he also wants to experience the work discipline. Being on the time, dressing up for the work, doing the work at the right time, handling customers, which is equal to handling people. So any work you do, there will be a lot of skills associated with that. You should begin with a job. And in the same time, one can keep on preparing for his choiced career, his dream career. Whatever dream career one has, one can silently get ready for it. But remaining unemployed, remaining jobless, not doing anything, not starting anything is not a good thing to do. Yes, if you are really seriously preparing for something where you will not be able to do a job, then it is a different thing altogether. Suppose you are into a kind of career preparation where you need to give 10 or 12 hours to studies. Then obviously you cannot take a job. But really, do people study for 12 hours intelligently? I don't think so. Many times they don't. So as a result, that career, flower of career drifts away, goes away. You keep on running after it like a mirage. Okay? One should be very careful. Beginning the job is important, and gradually you can decide what you need to do. In fact, for most of the people, changes in the career, people are allowed in first few years. Because by that point of time, the person is not settled. This is what I am going to do. Those who have things in their mind, for example, you pick up a standard 8 student and he says that I want to become a magician. He has made up his mind. Cool. He will do all the things required to become a magician. But if you are somebody who hasn't decided now, instead of remaining unemployed, get employed, whatever job it comes. People in metropolitans work as interns in grocery stores, in retail shops like this Reliance and all. They work as interns in bookstores. Why do they do that? One is for money, but also to get a work culture. You could pick up any job that comes, and this experience matters when you try for your first job. That first job could be your dream job, it may not be your dream job. If it is not your dream job also, join, work, slowly keep on working. It is not healthy to remain unemployed because people, first of all, you will not feel good about yourself. When your parents keep on commenting on you, when your friends, uncle, aunts, kind of stuff. Okay, and if you don't get a good feedback from others, you feel discouraged. It is rather be engaged. But again, always work for your career. Many students, many people have taken up jobs and worked for the career. Haven't you come across stories about coolies in some station of Kerala cracking UPSC, being a coolie? If he is appearing UPSC, he must be a graduate, right? So graduate doing cooligiri, doesn't matter. It was asked to him, why do you do coolieship? He told, sir, it is a very good job to take up. Why? No, sir, you really get a lot of money out of people's laziness. People don't want to carry their luggage. Maybe they're not fit enough to carry their luggage. So you get a lot of money. Most of them pay huge money. Like you have to take the bag or baggage for 50 meters.
500.
Yeah, 500 rupees. And think of a person who's working as a carpenter. He will work for the entire day, 6 hours, 7 hours. And he will get same 500 rupees. So it's quick money, easy money. And sir, I got that railway internet free. Rail Wi-Fi. So using that railway internet, I kept on studying. I will take my books, I'll keep there, and I use the internet. I studied there. Whenever there was any call, I will go. Rest of the time, I will study. Why he will not become an IAS officer? Cleared UPSC. Many examples you will find like this. So, if you have a dream career, you need to work for it and work for it seriously.
Who is on the video? Who is on the video?
Yes. OPSC is a state public service selection commission examination. UPSC decides people for union jobs. There are 22 jobs that open with one exam called UPSC. Similarly, many jobs, open through OPSC. Also try to pick up a career which you can enjoy in a long run. That is very important. So you can start any job, but whenever you land in a career, it should be something which you enjoy. See, how do you know that you are meant for that career? Even if you have less money, you will do it. Even if you have a lot of money, you will still do it. Then you love that career. Understand? You need to find what is that. People like me, we decided in the middle of our career to change into a career. I was into management. I shifted my focus. I got into training, and training is something which I enjoy. I don't like all this bullshit affairs that goes around. See, I may run an office, but at the end of the day, I'm a teacher. I love to teach, I love to train wherever I am. So this is something which I enjoy. And my energy will never go down when I do this. You need to also find out what do you really enjoy. Right? And this motivation should come from within. ये अंदर से आनी चाहिए. Right? If there will be external motivations, they may fail. For example, you have picked up a career just because somebody said, do it. Then, it's not going to work. Because others are encouraging you. You are not self-motivated. When you are self-motivated, then it will work. Then you will be doing well. Any other question? Any last question to take up?
ବେଳେବେଳେ ମାନେ ପିଲାମାନେ ଭଲ ଷ୍ଟୁଡେଣ୍ଟ ଚାହିଁକି ବି ମାନେ ଫାଇନାନ୍ସିଆଲ ଅଭାବରୁ କ୍ୟାରିୟର ଚୁଜ୍ କରିପାରନ୍ତି. ଇଚ୍ଛା ଥିଲେ ବି ମାନେ ଇଚ୍ଛା ଥିଲେ ବି ସେମାନେ କରିପାରନ୍ତି.
Oh, wonderful question. He is asking, sometimes there are good students, but due to financial deficiency, they are unable to pick up the right kind of career. I understand. But we forget that there are scholarships. There are possibilities where people can really get some type of help. I want to share with you an example. I love this fellow, so I'm sharing it as an example. It was a time when I was working as a guest teacher, guest faculty member in the Department of English, teaching communicative English at JKVK Government College. I used to take classes in Ravinshaw and JKVK. So one day my English class got over quickly, sooner than expected. So by that point of time I had quit my job and I had become a teacher and trainer. So I decided that I will ask the students some GK questions, just like that. So I started to ask questions. I asked 10 questions. There are 2 students who could answer it. Who could answer 6 questions correctly. Out of 10, 6 questions correctly. Understood? Anybody who is able to answer 6 of my questions out of 10, I think he must be a good student, because I ask difficult questions. These 2 people, one was a Muslim girl. I think I'm not able to recall her name. Reshma Sultana probably. And the second one was Nitya Sundar Mishra. Both of them were in +3 first year, JQK College. One had history honors, another had Urdu honors. No, Hindi, I think. So whatever it may be, they were in the same class. I told, do you both want to prepare for UPSC, OPSC? I have scholarship program then. Anyone who is meritorious, we used to teach them for free. And we used to give maximum 16 scholarship per month, minimum 2 or 1. So they told, yes sir, we will like to prepare for UPSC and we will start to study. I told, okay, you may start. So both of them started. In our scholarship program, we have some condition. The condition is that you will get only scholarship if you are the topper of the batch. Understand? If you score the highest. Now, if 5 people score highest, 5 people will be getting. 10 will get. 1 will get. These.
So before you get a scholarship, you first clear the exam.
No exams. Only thing is that we need to see the candidate's merit. I have already checked it.
Yes.
They were good students, not very bad students. So both of them joined. In that batch, of public service aspirants, most of them were masters, MA, MCom, no, even MCA. These two were only +3 first year. 1 month crossed. I remember the first score of Nitya Sundar. He secured 86% in general studies, 91% in public administration. We were very happy. He got scholarship. Well, they baked all the graduates and postgraduates, ठीक है, जो कि उनसे 3 साल 5 साल बड़े थे. Nitya Sundar continued to the next month, but that Muslim girl, her father was getting transferred to some other place, so she could not continue her classes. But during this 1 month, I could know Nitya more. He had only one shirt. Okay? How many? One shirt. One pant. That same shirt, I don't know when did he wash it. I had never seen him putting on the second shirt. Maybe it is like he used to be washing it in the evening and putting out in the morning. He had only one bag, a plastic cover. That plastic cover is a Rajratan, Rajmahal, this kind of poly covers. That one, very old one. In that he will keep his copy. One copy and one pen. And his house was located 14 kilometers away from this place, this particular place. Sierra Rai, then you go deep into a village, and he used to come from that place riding his bicycle in daylight. 10:30 baje. He will come here, he will finish his classes for 3 hours, 4 hours, and he will go back riding his bicycle. He was a very needy boy. His father was a priest. Not like a priest in a temple, because priests in the temple earn a lot. Okay? He was a priest who, these auto rickshaws, buses, they put, sandal paste there and get some money. He has 3 sisters. This is the only boy, youngest one. All of them live in one house. This is Nitya. Now what happens, in the second month, it is a screen student of some number of students, right? So Nitya Sundar, he loses. He doesn't become the first in the class. He's not the topper in the class. Now, he was crying. He was crying because you can imagine somebody who needs scholarship so badly. Now he is not going to get scholarship because my rules are simple. Be the topper, get the scholarship. You're not the topper, you're not going to have the scholarship. So at this point of time, our trainers, other trainers, I had Preeti ma'am, Lakshmi sir, they're very good trainers also. So they came to me and told, sir, please approve Nitya's scholarship. Nitya को आप scholarship दे दीजिए. Because he needs it. I told I'm not going to give it. मैं दूंगा नहीं. I told, see, there are few reasons for which. Number one, UPSC will not see your background. तुम्हारे घर में खाने को है, नहीं है, तुम किस तरह अपनी जिंदगी को अतिबाहित कर रहे हो, UPSC नहीं देखने वाला. They will only see your exam performance. He hasn't done, he doesn't get it. Actually, that month, there was a girl from Denkanal, there was a lady from Denkanal who was a teacher who she had become the topper. Nitya was lost. He was third or something like that. So, second reason I told no is, look, this boy, who's a +3 first year boy, he bait all his competitors in the first month, becoming the topper. If the second month he is not becoming the topper, there is something wrong within him. You find out first, what is that thing wrong? So I called him to my chamber. He was sitting here. This arrangement was different. He was in tears. He was very, very upset. And I asked Nitya, what happened? Kaun hala Nitya? He said in Odia, Sir, mo chhati tike choda hai ithla. I had become a little bit egoistic because of my thesis. See, all the sensible boys, they know what they are doing. Because good people analyze what they do. वो analyze करते हैं कि वो क्या करते हैं. तो उसको पता था कि उसने गलती क्या की है. So then I told you to tell me whatever ethics you have learned from us till now, do you deserve the scholarship? He said, no sir, I don't deserve. But sir, how am I going to manage? I told, look at you. You are already a good student. Have you thought of taking up 1 or 2 tuitions? How much you need to pay here? 2,000 rupees per month, right? If you take 2 tuitions of CBSE students, you get 1,000 rupees each. Your tuition fees is over. He said, yes sir, I'll think of it. I have never done it, but I will do. I told, okay, I am arranging you 1 student. So I arranged him 1 student. And he himself arranged 1 student. And he came with the money to take admission. I still remember that evening. He came up in a handkerchief. Rumal, he bandigi. 5 rupees, 10 rupees, 20 rupees coin, 20 rupees notes. You understand where it is coming? His papa. Whatever doing the auto and puja and all this, whatever he would have got, he would have got all that money with him. He gave and deposited his fees and started to study. This is month 2. Let me tell you, in the end of the month 3, this time, both of the trainers came running into my room and they were crying. Itra trainer di jana kara khelu. I still remember Lakshmi sir's face. Sir, why? Sir, you see, Nitya has secured 100%. 100 out of 100. This boy had not allowed that I lose 1 mark and I lose the scholarship. He had secured 100 out of 100. And he got the scholarship again. And this didn't happen only 1 time. Next 5 months, in every exam, he's the topper, he's the topper, he's the topper. He studied with scholarship. He was such a good student, we first advised him to change his college. He came out from JKBK, studied in Ravenshaw. And really we wanted him to become a teacher, not a bureaucrat. Anybody can become bureaucrat, but few people can become teachers. So we advised also him to pursue that career. He was preparing for civil services also. He completed his Central University and completed his MA, then he completed his MPhil, did his PhD, okay, and very recently, last year only, he got selected in SSB lectureship. It is not a quick journey, it is a journey of 7-8 years. मैंने कहा था ना, करियर में सेटल होने के लिए 7-8 साल लगता है. It is true, okay. So after 7-8 years, now he got a job as an assistant professor. He is right now employed somewhere. The day he got this offer, he had called me, talked to me, and after a few days he visited to me in Acharya Vihar, to my place. He and one of his colleagues, maybe Pani Bihar classmate or junior, they had come together. They came by walking. I opened my gate and I told, "You have come by walking?" He says, "Sir, I always try to save my money, sir. If I can walk anywhere, I always choose walking over taking an auto or anything." Then he shared his life. He said, "Sir, my life hasn't changed much. Had not changed much. वहाँ से एमफिल रे टिके स्टाइपेंड पाउथिली, fellowship पैसा मिलुथला. But you know, sir, we all brothers and sisters, except few are married, we live in the same room of 6x6, 6x8. ଆମେ ସବୁ ସେଇ 6 ଫୁଟ 8 ଫୁଟ room ରେ ରହୁ. ଏବେ ବି ରହୁଛୁ, sir. And but sir, now since I have this job, I think my life will change. And I thank you for that day in JKBK College. Sir, if you are not there, if you hadn't asked me those questions, I don't know where my life would have gone." He had got some sweets with him. I told, "You haven't got a job, you haven't got your first salary, why these sweets?" He said, "Sir, this is the best I can get for you with my savings and etc. This is something just to show my gratitude." I will still remember those sweets forever in my life. I'll remember Nitya forever in my life. Worth it. So when you talk about, you raise this question, right? You raise this question, sir, when we don't have finances, then what? Options will open, provided we are determined enough to do whatever we want to do. Okay? I also passed through financial crunch during my graduation. When I was preparing my post-graduation career, I also had to face a lot of financial crunches. But then, I had to change my career also. But if I have a desire to do something in my life, I will do it. And I am doing it. I wanted to be in creativity industry. Cinematography, movie making, okay, performing arts. वो हमेशा मैं चाहता था. But I had to make a career because sometimes things don't go well with you. So there you have patience. Keep on working and things will work for you. But have that determination like Nitya. He's a role model. He's a role model for every student, I will say. So I take pride to take his name. I will proudly tell his story whenever, wherever I get a chance. And your career is your identity. Your work is your identity. ଓଡ଼ିଆରେ ଗୋଟେ saying ଅଛି, ମଣିଷ ଜୀବନ ନୁହଁ କେବଳ ବର୍ଷ ମାସ ଦିନ ଦଣ୍ଡ, କର୍ମେ ଯିଏ ନର, କର୍ମ ଏକାଧାର, ଜୀବନର ମାନଦଣ୍ଡ. Your life is not how many hours, how many years you live. The kind of work you do, the quality of the work you do, that makes your life fruitful. And that is only measure to measure your life. So become a karma yogi. All of you should become a karma yogi. Love to do your work.